Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Politically Correct Ghana lesson 234. And today, being the 28th of May 2024, the discussion is titled SSNIT and Bryan Acheampong, Minister of Agric, in a conflict of interest case. And you may remember that 2 weeks ago, thereabout, Mr. Samokujeto Abrakwa did bring into public domain that there's a conflict of interest in SSNIT selling out its shares in the state hotels. SSNIT is Social Security and National Insurance Trust, a government-owned company, or government-owned company. And he has reported it to Shraj. So let's look at it and look at what goes in. There are 4 aspects of conflict of interest. 1, nepotism. 2, financial interest. 3, contracts, government contracts. And 4, gifts. Conflict of interest for government elected officials and government appointed officials. They have 4 of these conditions. Government appointed or government elected officials are to ensure that the integrity, government's integrity is intact in whatever they do. They are to ensure the individual rights are protected. They are to ensure that the common good in the interest of, in public interest is maintained, if not enhanced. So this conflict of interest brings to mind, how come Bryan Acheampong wants to buy 60% of the state hotels? We look at it under the 4 categories of conflict of interest, and then it could help us. 1, nepotism. Nepotism is where you, the government official or government elected official or government appointed official, hire or employ a family member or a romance partner. I mean just that. All right. Same, you cannot, if you are the president, you cannot appoint any of your family members into government office as the president of Ghana, and for that matter, any other president of any nation or president of any other nation. That is a no. Some countries do it, but I don't know how. But what we know with our constitution and the rules that we govern ourselves with, you cannot appoint a family member or a romance partner to government office if you are the president or a government elected official or government appointed official. Say the current president of Ghana, Nana President, has appointed the daughter, Jankroma Akufo-Addo, as the director or the executive secretary of the Creative Arts Agency. That is a no. Should never have happened. He did that in 2017. Anyone who takes this case to Shraj would have a hands up and the right will be done. The lady will have to go. All this shenanigan of a talk that she's qualified. Is she the only qualified Ghanaian? No. And nepotism is not permitted. There's this rumor that Nana President, the president of Ghana, Nana-Addo, appointed the baby mama, the child, the mother of the child, that's the woman who gave birth to one of the children or 2 or 3 of the children for him, as an ambassador, a Ghanaian ambassador to another country. And that was rumored in the newspapers. That, if it is true, is conflict of interest. It's a no. Nepotism is no. And such an offense must be rolled through parliament. He's breached the presidential oath. In terms of the economy, in terms of the security, once you can hire your child or your baby mama as an ambassador, there's a tendency of breaching state secret and state security. The reason here is perceived. When it comes to conflict of interest, we are talking of perceived and then actual. If it's perceived, it's enough grounds to be removed. So either the lady is removed as an ambassador by the president, or the president himself is taken on by parliament and impeached. So MPs, take note and impeach Nana President. Whether it's successful or not, you never know. Impeach him. You have to impeach him. Set the records appropriately, such that the standards are well defined and established to be followed by any other government, effective today. All right. The other bit is financial interest. Whenever a government appointee or an elected government official has personal or financial interest in government business or government activity, then it's a conflict of interest. So for Bryan Acheampong to have 60% or be bidding for 60%, of which SSNIT has agreed that they are going to give him 60% of the shares of the state hotels, it's a no. It's a conflict of interest. And Shraj, as a Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, will come up with this. Clearly, financial interest, they will come up with it, that he has breached the law. And for that, he has to be punished. He has to be removed as a state minister, a minister of state. He has to be removed as a state minister of state. He cannot have his Rock City hotels buying into state hotels. That means that you, the government appointee, are stealing government's properties for yourself under the guise of buying. You see, think of it this way. You, the government elected or government appointee, cannot steal what belongs to the state for yourself under the guise of buying it. That's conflict of interest. It's a no. What about before? There's cases where Dr. Kunedu Kofi Apreku is alleged to have sold GNTC, Ghana National Trading Corporation, to himself. And I tried to reach him, but I couldn't get through. Dr. KK Apreku, if that case is true, you have a question to answer. You are not just expected to lose those properties and lose the money, but fined, maybe jail them, fined for conflict of interest. Get that resolved. Rather hand over those properties and take your money at the current value before the NAP comes, before the rod of justice knocks on your door. Okay, those who sold under the Kufuor regime of the New Patriotic Party, that sold Ghana Airways properties to NPP appointees and elected officers, must retrieve, all those who bought those properties must return it to the state and take their money. The money should be present value, net present value, or they wait for that rod of justice to knock on their door. And when it knocks on their door, it will not only knock, but it will beat them down. It will beat them down badly. It's conflict of interest, financial interest. Then the third one is government contracts. Government contracts, if you are a government official, elected government official or appointed government official, you are not supposed to participate in the bidding process or the awarding process of a contract to yourself or a company that is you have a personal interest or a financial interest. Anytime you do that, it's a no. So for Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings under 31st December movement to have set up a private organization and bought a Giok cannery of Nsawam, that's also a no. The state must refund the money for her and take back the Gihok from whichever company that was sold to, carry Bis or carry Ban or carry Dan, I don't know. But then at the time it was done, the husband was the head of state, was the president of Ghana. And so that is a conflict of interest. Selling state properties to yourself as a government official or a family of a direct family member of a government official, an elected government official, in this case, the president, those properties must be returned to the state and she should be refunded her money she paid at the net present value or the current value. All right. The fourth one is gifts. There's a certain level of gifts that cannot be turned down. If it's small, the nation must define the value, which is gift that is acceptable, and then gift tax paid. Any amount above that has a tendency of influencing decisions in favor of the giver of the gift. The name is H. Kwame Afaglo. Bryan Acheampong's contract bidding for state hotels must be terminated. SSNIT, listen, because one day that rod of justice will be knocking and to be knocking on personal doors. Do not allow yourself to be one of those doors. Do not allow yourself to be one of those doors that will be knocked on and beaten to the ground. Thank you.